Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan and this shall be our Model Expo vlog. I used to do these travel vlogs for events when I went overseas, in a state, whatever. As this is going to be a big event for me, we're going to be doing Model Expo in 9 hours. Well, that's when the doors open, though I'm going to be trading, so I'll be up in about 3-4 hours, and I shall make the long drive across town with about 15 large boxes full of stock, tools, kits, all that sort of thing, and 2 models to enter in the competition. I'll cover, how it is at the end of a retail trader, which is the only experience I have not undergone in the event. The about 12 to 15 years I've been attending Expo, I've done everything from staff or helping out at the door and volunteering. I've judged in the competition, I've competed, I've been a club member, club representative. The only thing I haven't done is sat on the committee and traded. This time I'm trading. We'll see how that goes. And there we go, it's all finished. The lighting is rubbish, though sufficient photos and whatnot will be taken later. Pretty happy. Just before leaving, I'll put a bit of glitter up to shield the two behind, in between, not to ruin the finish or the gloss coat or anything. And as it is, in the open box, will rest on my lap for the whole journey until it's placed down on a table. Had to wake up very early in the morning, left about 6, trying to get to the venue by 8. We travelled right across the city of Melbourne. Traffic and roads are absolutely horrendous. Once on site, we didn't waste any time by loading all the boxes right in the immediate vicinity that to set up into models. And what was most troubling is, as the venue doesn't open till midday, with the amount of competitors and other retailers walking around, people were buying things off the table as I was setting up. This really dragged out the setup time beyond the grand opening. Just around 11 PM, this is as far as I could get set up and presentable as humanly possible, and I didn't have everything priced all the way till about 3-4 PM. My old man was hanging around and happened to help. Really underestimated it and was severely understaffed. Mind you, it all went very, very well in the end. Okay, I wanted to film a lot today, but it was absolutely crazy. So we're walking away from the venue, and I'll try to do more tomorrow morning, or maybe some tonight. Set up the booth, 4 tables, a lot of kits. It was packed. Tools, models, Gundams, military, everything. Wore my cute apron, and I just sold like a champion. My old man came in with me, but he ended up working the store as well for half of the bloody day. Turned over my whole salt mines goal to buy the machine today alone. Liquidated half of everything. I cannot be more happy, more pleased. The Providence was finished, posed nicely, no incident, nothing broken, and the strike's looking pretty mean. I wanted to do a whole road vlog and show the truck with just all the boxes, 18 boxes of kits, over 100 bits and pieces, and it's really weird. Some of the stuff people were buying, I had some strange junk, like half a bomber in a loose leaf bag, sticky tape for $2. Someone bought that. Some decals, some things that were very cheap, some things that were a little rare but very crazy, anime figures, everything. All the girls and punza decals. I brought in 10 nippers. All of those are gone. It was just, I had so much fun, and it was just so great. So it's a bit of a race course, but yeah, I'm going to meet up with a friend. He's going to pick me up, and gonna drink like absolute mad. Glory shot. Yeah, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Little one, what's up? This is the dog. And this is the shit we're drinking. And in the period of 45 minutes, we drank, I don't know, most of it. Oh man, I'm drunk. We buddy drank 2 liters of this shit. Half a liter of this in 1 hour. And we're watching this. Good night. Model Expo is traditionally a 3-day event over the Queen's birthday long weekend. The birthday being on a Monday around this time of June. It's a thing that Commonwealth countries do, and the date that Australia does it. I woke up in time to get to the venue, a little bit late and quite severely hungover. We did polish everything off, pass out, woke up and got quite confused, but we won't get too far in that story. So after the first day, I rearranged all the stock to the front. There was quite a bit that was hidden, done accounts, counted money, all that sort of stuff. What I did do wrong was all the other traders brought large blankets or tarps to cover their stock to avoid temptation of theft, which doesn't really happen that often. They don't really want to be the one standing out. Need to fix that. A lot of the day I was able to chat and catch up with friends, other shop owners and individuals, have a bit of a chat, though pretty consistently sold for the rest of the day and made about a third of yesterday's takings, which was pretty decent. I had a talk to Frank Morgan from Model Art Australia, who wishes to help me promote the business and manufacturing side of things. He sold me 3 boxes of junk, as this was an amazing top-up to what I already had on site, as well as a few other kits dropped onto me, pulling money out of the till to pay for and then flipping them at the right price immediately. Those 3 boxes of built kits and bits and pieces was repacked and priced as I served other customers throughout the majority of the day. It did remain fairly consistently busy. Around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I actually closed the store to have a chance to walk around, film, take pictures. A lot of what we're going to see in this video is just little bits and pieces of the table that I've filmed. There will be another video where I show the pictures I've taken and talking about the models, the event itself, bit of a review, as well as my experience entering and all that. However, did come across a bit of bad luck, but this occurred near the start of the event. My G13 camera was suffering power fluctuation issues with the battery and the charger. It's a very old camera I've had. Bought it since my second attended Gunpla Builders World Cup, so it's probably been the camera for taking photos for the channel for 5 to 6 years. Couldn't no longer hold the charge. Used the last of it to take a photo of the strike, as I need to return that. That's a bit of a sponsored build, and it died peacefully. The Canon camcorder that I do all my filming was used to take photos, which isn't the best colour balance wise and quality, as well as film. So I did drain the batteries out of that as well. So apologies that it's not up to the usual scratch from previous years. And with the whole busyness thing and only having an hour or so to walk around, I wanted to film the whole process of taking the model up to the desk, getting scrutineered, filling out the form and putting it on the table. But I realised that's pretty boring content, so we're going to be looking at all the models around the event. I've entered 2 models. One that everyone is familiar with is the Gold Providence, partially candy, partially weathered, very detailed and decals and markings all over the place. The second one is the Strike Master Grade Rouge. This has been a secret project worked on at Animasia, the shop that I assist at. A bit of a sponsorship build. It's owned by Dante at the moment. It just happened to be finished as it fell on this event, so I thought it would be ideal to pose two completely different style kits that I've done in the same. Both kits did not place, but it was an excellent category, modified, separated from out of the box, and this concludes day 2 or Sunday. Matcha beer. Show us the label. Kyoto shit, man. We're gonna die. Yeah, we're down to the last morning at the venue, and there's a huge line for the swap and sell. Most call it the swap and smell. Small room and some pretty stinky bastards in there. Yeah, it's a long line. Ooh, yeah. So miscellaneous intermediates, which is the salt mine category. I've decided to sponsor them. Some awesome stuff. Each of them are getting a little prize pack. Monday is the final day, at the same time as the swap and smell, as previously mentioned. That runs from about 10 AM all the way to midday. Most people line up and attend that. As soon as they flood out, they squeeze and spend the very last of their cash on all the traders. Normally time to do sales and whatnot. I started off with a buy one kit from this table, get the second one half price. Later on, all of my older undesirable kits or stuff I had for a while being dropped to half price to reclaim at cost, or even lose a bit of money just to bulk up the final outcome that can be funneled straight into the salt mines. From the previous night, slept very well, had a couple of beers, a bit of a nice dinner, and just watched some really crazy anime I've never caught up with that my mate Mike happens to be up to date with, so I'll hunt them out a little bit later. As it was a very busy day and traded quite hard straight after swap and sell. Before that, was able to do a bit of sorting and shopping. Decided to pocket a couple of things out of the junk boxes that I've bought. 2 kits, and bought one from the Hobbyco store. So that worked out very well. In the way of turnover, made about 2/3 of what I did on day 1. So that's about double to what I needed, and can invest the money very wisely in development and other products and stuff happening sooner than expectations. That will be updated later. Here's a rundown of the haul, but we'll talk about that a little later in this video. Didn't get a chance to film. This is the 3rd day, and just a bit of a range. Well, mostly leftovers, tools, resin and junk. Lots of very rare resin kits. Tons of them. And specialty, just runners of junk, incomplete kits. And about the same in here. There are actually quite a few Zoids as well. That's the junk table. That's the last of the stock. I came with a lot more on Saturday. Got some pretty nice third-party stuff and some rare bits and pieces. And during the event, I got sold all these boxes of vintage stuff that are all built or missing parts, or there's something wrong with them. There you go. Stuff like that. At the end of the day, I packed up, put everything in the boxes, ready to take away. I am back at home, and this has not been the most successful travel vlog ever. There was a lot more I wanted to film, a lot more I wanted to do, but it was a really good model expo for me. Event-wise, it's pretty much same old, same old. A lot of models, a lot of traders, swap and sell. Didn't hear the best feedback from swap and sell, but sometimes there's really good models, sometimes not so much. But you know, as it is, as I've experienced. I did not attend it this year, however. The 2 models I did enter did not place, but that's not a big deal. It was a very difficult category. I was quite happy to have it on display. A few individuals did comment. What was really cool, as I flip around, I had some of you approach me, half a dozen, and I've never met before, to say hello. Really appreciate it. It's fantastic to meet you guys, see you around the expo. Hope you entered models, bought stuff, had a fantastic time. So that was really encouraging. In the way of the store, I keep these little stickers on the boxes, peel them off, count them, and put them in the till, and did pretty well. I smashed expectations and managed to save enough money to completely complete my goal of buying the machine and have a ton of leftover funds to restock some bare essentials, get a couple of new items in, and enough equipment, supplies and whatnot to conduct test molds and maybe 1 or 2 product molds straight off the bat. And as all of this is going, I've got a couple of more events coming up, so that sort of funds will also be added to the bulk of things. Now, for those who are wondering about Strike is something I've been working on for close to a year now, and it's a sponsorship project with Animasia. It's going to be on display there. They donated the kits, the resources, the time, everything for me to build. So it's fully modified, painted, shaded, all that sort of stuff with decals. A video of Let's Build will be conducted, and you'll see every single step required from runners to the finished form once edited and uploaded. Now for the all-important haul video of what I bought or acquired. The part of the video everyone loves. Now, I did not buy a lot from other traders. Actually bought stuff from myself, the salt mines. A gentleman sold me a giant box of junk that we would have seen in the video that contained a lot of old kits that were incomplete, junked, finished or whatever. And there's some aircraft 72nd machine guns, which I'm pretty sure I could convert into armor and tank and do some cool things. So that would be put away. A lot of it is in pence from the UK and whatnot. Another thing was another machine gun. Some very unusual decals. Captured Japanese and captured American markings for Japanese and American aircraft. These are just very strange decal markings, which I think would look really well on some Mecha or Gundam, Lithuanian. These are Imperial Russian aircraft decals, World War One, and I might actually acquire a World War One aircraft to do something like that with it. And Serbian Air Force. These I would have only have sold $1 or $2 per part, so a few extra really unusual decals does very well. This fell out of the box, and it's just some interesting thrusters or vents, whatever. A Revell, very old P51D Mustang. The kit is incomplete, and there's more than one kit in here. I believe there's 2 of the same type, and it's complete with instructions. Might build one as is, or I might use both of them for Mecha Musume fodder. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do at this stage, but it's a pretty good find in a box of stuff that's meant to be incomplete and imperfect. Customized campaign cannon. I had a few of these dropped off on my table. Not meant to be for individual sale or distribution, but I sold them anyway. Got to keep one for myself to do a Gelgu cannon or something. Friend passed me these. I believe I don't have these 2 in my collection. So $2 for 3 lacquer paints. Can't go wrong. I bought this from my own stock box. I kind of really wanted this to convert more Gundam guns and whatnot. pretty much a bunch of machine guns with pegs. We'll do a review. I sold one really big ticket item and decided instead of going into the float, it would just go to getting a couple of bits and pieces I want. The junk I just pocketed immediately because I made okay money. This is a Fuji really early aircraft, and it's missing bits and pieces, instructions and whatnot, and only has the frame. And it's a very, very, very interesting, fascinating detail. And I'm sure I could do something pretty interesting with these. Not enough to actually build what it is, but do something. Now for the big ticket items, this came directly out of my pocket from Hobbyco. The Hasegawa Mauser Carl cannon. But it's all pink and it's got the Egg Girls motif, colour scheme, decals, all that sort of thing. Really cool thing about this kit, besides that the instructions are redone, which it actually has to be. Got your standard runner, lovely pink plastic. You actually get the girl riding the cannon in an egg plane series kit. Finally, and I hope they do that more often. The banners, which you can actually cut out and glue as per the box arts. The decals, nothing too special, but eye decals for something that small. And last but not least, a brass rod to do the flags and banners, which wasn't exactly 100% necessary, but a really, really, really nice touch. Look at that. 1/24 scale girl, which you fit in cars and stuff. She was a bit big for a 35th, but it's a 72nd cannon, so it's completely out of scale in an in-scale kit. And last, the Tier 6 Gundam by Kit Cube Workshop 2017, made in China. It is a full styrene kit in a frame, snap fit, pre-coloured, Bandai style master grade, but has an absolute original inner frame and tooling mould, decals as water slide decals, as well as an LED harness. The detail's quite deep and lovely. Put it together and see if she cuts the mustard or not. That's pretty much the conclusion and the end of my expo, as well as the haul. Thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you guys next time, and look forward for an update on the injection molding project of what is exactly going on regarding that. See you later.